Let me get this straight. You can't do yoga because it's too dangerous for pregnant women, but you can do death-defying tricks on a jet ski? I wonder if that's why that one toddler has a bald spot. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's another meme video because you voted for this. Over 1,000 of you voted for this train wreck. So go get some popcorn and some drinks and let's dive in. What the heck am I looking at? Is that a foot or a piece of foam molded to look like a foot? It also has a certain carved out of wood look to it. You know what? I've never seen the Sims feet close up before. Well, except maybe Vlad's pasty toes in the last meme video. They didn't really look that bad, did they? What happened? Did they update to a worse version of the feet? You know what else this reminds me of? Those Nicolas Cage pillows. Stick with me, okay? It sort of looks like Nicolas Cage if you tilt your head and squint, but something is terribly off about it. You know what? I believe Skyrim has better modeled feet, and that game came out in 2011. I love my feet to look like chunky meat shoes. Okay, real talk. I've never seen The Office, so any underlying meaning is lost on me, but this is a great meme. This is art. I must frame it and put it on my desk so every day I can look at it and be reminded how big of a piece of crap EA is. You know what? This is kind of prophetic in light of the 4 kits and diddly squat else that is coming out. Speak of the devil, this is great timing. I guess I'm not the only one less than thrilled with the content on offer. You guys remember back in The Sims 3 when they only released store content for months? Yeah, me neither. Most of EA's business practices make absolutely no sense to me. If you want to sell anything, you make what people want. That means happy customers willing to spend money with you time and time again. What do kits tell their customers? We're busy making The Sims 5 and whatever Lost Astral is. Please enjoy these crumbs. Really, you think dumping 4 of them and nothing else is going to make people excited for your game? On another note, riddle me this, Batman. Why would EA pull the trailers of something that is selling so incredibly well? If you didn't notice this, the Sims 4 kits trailers have disappeared off the Sims YouTube channel and they haven't uploaded any new ones, so I wonder what's going on with that. I guess EA had a big brain idea. People can't downvote your trailers into oblivion if you never upload them in the first place. Nothing can exist to make EA look bad, apparently. Yes, the items that are way too big for no good reason. My working theory is that this is what you get when you have a bunch of interns working on a project. We all remember the troubled development of The Sims 4, right? EA loves employing interns because they can pay them a lot less than actual members of the team. So you task these interns with making these objects and you end up with a bunch of swatches that don't match and giant objects because no one is overseeing these people. Then when the deadlines come up, they just take whatever they've made because they have no choice. That's probably why thematically the base game items are all over the place. I did see a similar meme to this, and I have to say that this is spot on what EA would do. Take a cool idea and make it so massive that no one uses it because it won't fit in their homes. Then EA can say, well, no one plays with this, so let's just retexture the art table and dollhouse over and over and save ourselves the development time. EA, forever the creator of their own problems. Well, I guess the new general manager of Maxis wasn't lying when she said they wanted to keep The Sims 4 around for 5, 10, or even more years. We talked about this in a video not too long ago, and this is the reality of the people at the top of EA, completely out of touch with reality. They want The Sims 4 to continue for as long as possible because it's profitable. They would probably keep it going forever if they could. Why spend millions and millions of dollars making a brand new game when you can just milk the old one for all it's worth? I didn't cover this at the time, but they gave the kits the same stuff pack suffix in the coding so that they are counted as stuff packs now. Something that bothers me is that these are really specific numbers to increase by. If you were going to change the coding, why wouldn't you increase them both by 20 or by 50 or by 99 to ensure that you have enough slots for everything you want? From what I can see of the code, it's a pretty straightforward copy-paste line of code where the only thing changes is the numbers. That really makes this even more bizarre. I really hope we don't get 50 kits. Honestly, this game cannot take more content and EA knows it. Maybe that is why we are getting more clothes and less gameplay. Clothes typically don't cause huge game-breaking problems that take months to correct. However, I don't think people are going to be happy getting a bunch of clothes and nothing else. Oh my gosh, that is such a mood. She looks like she has those fan paintbrushes attached to her eyes. I wonder if they make a sound when she blinks. If they did, I think it would be a satisfying crunch sound. The sheer crunchy look of those eyelashes tells me they probably do. I imagine the sound to be something like caressing a bristle brush. Everything else about her, aside from the eyelashes, screams wow, and this is how she looks on her wedding day. Ooh, I would halt the ceremony in a second and drag her into Kaz to rectify that situation. Then again, I might let her carry on like that just to see her go about her day looking like that kind of crazy. Oh, I never thought about this, but the pictures would be to die for. Imagine if she leaned in for a kiss with her betrothed child and she stuck him in the face with her eyelashes. Married and divorced all in the same day. This picture is almost as good as Judith Ward walking around in a long veil and red fingerless gloves. We all know that Judith Ward is a little bit extra, but this is super extra. I don't know, which one do you think is better? Oh my gosh, another creepy baby meme. I'm getting flashbacks from the last video. This one has taken the creepiness and dialed it up to like 11. I don't know where to start. I love that the arms are longer than the child's whole body. The face definitely makes me think that this baby is plotting something. Hello, mother. This bed is not to my liking. Oh no, I just noticed that the baby's feet are on the floor. It's Slender Baby. Okay, I was already not a fan of this picture, but I think you should run. Also, kinda can't wait to see this kid age up. They will probably become one of those eldritch abominations that I see everybody posting about. Go-Go Gadget eyes! Wow, that toddler has a bald spot. I knew there was some texture issues with adult hairs, but it's happening with toddlers as well. 2 going on 50. I've seen really weird hair problems since they started updating all the hairs. Remember that teeth colored the same as the hair glitch? I've also seen certain texture issues in a specific color, namely that new black color that they created. It wouldn't be EA and Maxis if whatever they made didn't have a few gremlins to sort out every single update. Gremlins is the nicest word I can think of to describe the lack of any QA testing or even basic testing to see if things work. Similar story, whenever I was doing my Hunter Baby Hunter Puppy series, we had a poor kid age up from a teen with a full head of hair into an adult with male pattern baldness. It was like someone snatched his hair as soon as he grew up. I feel like these 2 memes are personally calling me out. Yes, I build only box-shaped houses, and that's basically all I create because I despise trying to get diagonal shapes to work correctly. I guess it all stems from the early days of The Sims 4, and I kept getting weird error message every single time I tried to work on the diagonal. It just said you can't do that with 0 context. Kinda ruined my enthusiasm for building. The balcony with plants, that is so me that I'm surprised it doesn't have my name on it. Now it does. That's what I want my balcony to look like, covered in plants and 10 degrees cooler because of it. I'd love a personal oasis right outside my apartment to grow whatever I want, have a little fountain and a table, and enjoy the view. That would be absolute heaven. Oh, this is too funny. I've seen discussions on whether EA is falsely advertising the game, and the whole debacle with the window not being in that kit when released was interesting to watch unfold. That was the main selling point of the kit, and it was left out somehow. I absolutely loved the rush "don't worry, we'll patch it in" comments. How can you release content that doesn't even have the main attraction in it? Just when you thought EA couldn't sink any lower into laziness, and then they do. Side note, that pathetic ball pit, I have it on good authority that it smelled like pee, so this is a totally accurate representation of EA trailers. Isn't there a wonderful saying about not peeing on someone's leg and telling them it's raining? Obviously, I can tell that this isn't representative of what you're selling. I mean, it's plastered on the bottom of the majority of your trailers, so don't tell me this hyped up version is what I'm going to get. I know darn well that if I open up my wallet, I'm going to get a pool full of pee. That's just how EA rolls. Wow, the shade. Yeah, we all know that EA sucks at building. Honestly, who in the world builds these houses that end up with missing doors and missing toilets? There has been a long list of problem houses across the franchise, so I shouldn't be surprised. Obviously, they don't even playtest the houses. I mean, they can't even test bug fixes, packs, or patches. Where are they going to find the time to make sure that they aren't releasing houses with stairs that go nowhere? I really love this comment. EA homes be like massive houses with just 1 or 2 bedrooms, long dining tables with just 2 chairs at opposite ends of the table, big empty bathrooms, and mildly frustrating proportions. I can think of several base game houses that fit this bill. It's like someone said build a house at an intern and the person didn't know what they were doing and just built whatever. Honestly, for someone who doesn't build very often, I probably could make better houses. Ah, yes, some stupid Sims logic. A problem I've always had with this franchise is making pregnant women so unappealing to play. They can't do anything. I remember going to the festival in The Sims 3 and there was one thing that a pregnant woman could do. It was the fall festival. Can't go into the haunted house because they can come out as a ghost and you might mess up the game if a pregnant lady becomes a ghost. Okay, so you allow her to walk through but disallow becoming a ghost. But that's too much work. Honestly, this franchise has been so slapdash, it is embarrassing. Can't do yoga because it's too dangerous for the pregnant woman, but you can do death-defying tricks on a jet ski. I wonder if that is why that one toddler has a bald spot. I mean, they're both blonde, so they could be related. Oh my gosh, more shade. You know this girl loves some shade. If I love shade anymore, I'd be a hosta. Shout out to that one person who got that joke. Anyway, this could probably be made better by having the sim using a spoon to bail out the pool. That would probably be a better analogy for what the Sims team is doing with their bug fixes. Instead of tackling the biggest and most important bugs to fix, they make sure they focus on the small things like Sims losing their names or making sure hairstyles are tagged correctly. Let me ask this question. Has toddlers and the high chair issue been fixed? No, that's been in the game for years, still not fixed. A whole life state is ridiculous to try and play because of bugs and glitches, but I'm so glad they addressed the whole missing name and hairstyles not being tagged issues. Honestly, I don't think the spoon analogy works that well. It should be someone mopping the ocean, a never-ending stream of problems because you refused to fix them and instead focused on making money. Now you slap new content on top of broken old content and you're starting to see a cascading effect in the game. Best of luck to you.